Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy freaking New Year.
We're going to talk about our 2021 goals this time, but before we do that, let's talk about where we ended up with 2020.
All right. Well, holy crap, you guys. This is the last financial update of 2020. We've officially made it. It's hard to believe. So our minimum payments were, as they have been the last couple months, $1,187.51. Our extra payments came out to $2,510.97. And this brought our December total up to $3,698.48. And our 2020 total up to $59,413.92. We fell just shy of $60,000 when our goal was $50,000, which makes it 100 and almost 20% of our original goal. So as I had mentioned in a previous episode, one of the first episodes actually, I had originally estimated our budget to be right around $45,000 is what we would be able to pay off in 2020, but we went ahead and rounded that number up to $50,000 in order to give ourselves a nice challenge and something to reach for, because you don't actually know what you're capable of doing until you really try to push yourself.
So we didn't actually even have to increase our income for this year, but we were still able to pay off nearly $60,000 total. That was mainly due to our month-to-month adjustments and keeping ourselves really strictly on our budget. We might have also underestimated exactly how much we would have available for paying off debt, but we were trying to be on the safe side there.
Income-wise, I had actually talked about the fact that I was furloughed from my full-time job for a couple weeks during the year. I am just out of nowhere back to speaking with unemployment office about potentially getting some of those funds back. I'm not expecting anything to come, so I believe our income will actually be down over the course of the year as opposed to where we thought it would be. Every year, as close to New Year's Eve as possible, I will update an Excel sheet. It's just an old Excel that I've got in Drive, and it tracks our student loan progress, how we've been doing. It's pretty interesting to go back and look. I think it goes all the way back to 2015. And so looking back from 2015 to 16, 17, 18, not really any huge progress because we had never made a big push to pay off our loans until 2020. But our balance at the end of 2019, the same time last year, was up just over $127,000. And as I was updating the Excel sheet just recently, that number is down to just barely over 71,000. So it's a really great feeling to know that we're lifting this burden up off our shoulders month by month, but to see over the course of a year how much of an impact that actually makes. It's been a really, really good feeling.
So that said, and knowing that we can pay down $60,000 in a bad year, our goal now is to be able to be completely free of our student loans by the end of 2021. So that's definitely a stretch, and we realize that, but we do want to challenge ourselves in a way that we haven't really done quite yet. We might not get there, that's possible, but it won't mean that we failed. If we're even able to get between $5,000 to $10,000 away from that goal, that'll still beat our original goal, which was to pay off our loans in 2.5 years. So we'll still be ahead of schedule, it'd still be really great, but we're going to shoot for the end of 2021.
Mm-hmm. And as we do our monthly updates in the coming videos next year, we'll do so in the fashion of, instead of working our way up to like a $50,000 goal, what we'll do is we'll just do a total principal balance remaining and just try to whittle that down to zero. So it seems to be a little bit more of an appropriate way of sharing that goal. And also it accounts for the interest payments, which, you know, we have talked about paying off $50,000, but we didn't talk about how much of that money truly went into interest. So in this case, we're also accounting for that in our goal.
So that's a big goal. We're going to have to make some more adjustments. Mm-hmm. These are some of the things that we are planning to do in order to hit that more ambitious goal.
So the first and probably most impactful goal that we have is for me to receive a higher salary from my current job. I've been due a promotion at work for a little while now. I'm currently underpaid in my field as it is. And so I'm going to be putting some pressure within probably the end of the first quarter of the year to really get this looked at very intensively. I've already been speaking with some of my superiors at work about that. It seems like things are coming down the pipeline, but I'm sort of people from work watch this, whatever, all my personal business is out there anyway. Gannett's going to have to do better for me. It's tough, but that's sort of the way it is. We have goals for our lives, and as much as I love working at Gannett, if they can't help me reach those goals, it might be time to look elsewhere. So a higher salary is the number one thing on our list. That's going to be for me, that's going to be the biggest and most impactful way that we can reach this new goal.
We are going to continue to always keep an eye out for low interest rates that we could possibly refinance into. So that might have a big impact, it might not, but we're definitely going to work hard to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, the less amount of money that we can put towards interest, the more that goes towards that principal. It's just as simple as that. We're also going to be keeping a close eye on the federal student loan stimulus plans, because there's been talk over the last several months of a potential executive order coming now that Joe Biden has been elected as president. There's been talk about anywhere between $10,000 to $50,000 of student loan being wiped out per borrower. We're not banking on this happening. We've mentioned again in another previous video that there's been talk about student loan forgiveness for years. We would love that if that happens. However, we're not going to plan our entire year around that, because we don't know if it's going to happen. But we do know that we can pay these down. We know that we can pay them down significantly. And so we're going to continue to do that. Now, that said, if it does pass, it will pretty much wipe out all of our remaining federal student loan debt. Mary is at about $9,700. I'm at about $12,800, which is just over $22,000 total. So if a $10,000 stimulus comes per person, we'll be down, almost all of it will be gone. As you will have known if you paid attention to some of our other videos, the federal loans have been on pause for quite a while now. They're set to resume back in April. So when April rolls around, if we still don't have any sort of stimulus plan making its way through Congress or making its way through an executive order, we'll probably look at just paying some more into those based on the interest rates. But just in case, if we do start paying those down, there'll be the minimum payments while we focus on the private ones, because the private ones most likely will not be forgiven.
So then the last adjustment is that we're both going to try to take on some freelance work and projects. Even if that adds up to just a couple $100s a month, that can be significant. I mean, even if it's just $100, that's $1,200 for the year, and that can help us get to that next level that we planned for ourselves.
Yeah, with all the other things we mentioned combined, if we can just add a little bit of extra income on top of that, that could be what sets us over the top and gets these loans paid off by the end of the year.
Our plan is to continue to post videos monthly to share our progress as well as our experiences with these new goals. So expect those videos.
We've got a few ideas in the pipeline, but if there are any things that you think would be particularly helpful, we'd love to hear from you guys in the comments, or send us an email or something. To send us a text. We've got some ideas, but we'd love to hear about some of the things that you might be struggling with as well. So with all that said, we want to wish you a very happy new year, physically, mentally, and financially, and we hope we'll see you in February.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We put out videos on the first of every month, so if you enjoy it, make sure you subscribe and tell others. Okay.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Federal loans. My whole desk popped up there for a second.
Your poor desk.
Yeah. It's custom built. All right. All of that said, we'd like to wish you a very happy new year, physically, mentally, and financially. And we hope that you will
prosper.
I forgot what I was going to say at the end. I was just going to say, we'll see you in February. And I forgot. Yeah. I was like, what am I supposed to say now? All right.